Well, hello everyone. Lindsay Costable here, customer of Leonardo Helicopters and student pilot. And I'm here at the new Leonardo Helicopters Training Academy. This is a spectacular facility. It is not just state-of-the-art, it is an all-in-one stop shop, building, maintaining, servicing, and training on these wonderful helicopters. So as a student pilot, I'm actually going to take part in ground school here at the digital multimedia classrooms. We're going to do the maintenance simulators, the full flight simulators. We have other flight training devices that we're going to be a part of. And in addition to that, relaxation and the fitness center. So let's go. So Pete, as a ground instructor here at Leonardo, I have to tell you, I'm having quite a stimulating experience training at this facility. And I don't think much compares to actual flying. Then you have the flight simulators. And as somebody who started ground school in an unstimulating environment, I am just fully impressed by your digital multimedia classroom. So I want to learn a little bit more about that interface between instructor and pilot and the student and all that you guys have here to share with us.
Yeah, so we have 10 classrooms here, and we have basically each classroom is equipped with individual student touchscreens, as well as they will get a tablet. The instructor as well has those touchscreen displays, an emulator that would basically emulate what the pilot would see in the aircraft. We have students that have never actually seen the aircraft they're actually being trained on, so it's just one step to get them closer to being in the cockpit and basically understanding what they're going to see when they actually get to the cockpit.
So it keeps it engaging, it keeps it stimulating, it provides that interactive level and communication between pilot and instructor, and we're really advancing our technology in a strong way. So Leonardo is doing a fantastic job, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joe, as the maintenance instructor, you have quite a facility here. So at the Leonardo Helicopter Training Academy, we have the assets of the 119, the 139, and soon the 609. So why don't we talk a little bit about the parts that we have here on the table, how the manuals work, and maybe a little bit of the timeline of what it's like to be a maintenance student and how they go through this process.
Absolutely. 4-week course in the classroom, a theory course, but you can only get so much inside of the classroom. So we'll come down here to an additional 2 weeks on the aircraft for the maintenance training. During those times, it's like you said, the fuel pump, we'll remove the fuel pump cartridges using our maintenance manual, the same maintenance manual that customers will use in their facilities. We'll do everything from fuel systems to tail rotor systems, where we'll take the tail rotor completely apart, take the blades apart, everything that they can see, so they can see here in our training academy.
And they're doing the full annual here as well.
Correct. We have a recurrent course where they can come back for a 1-week recurrent course, refamiliarize everything of the aircraft.
And now as pilots too, it's very important that we're also learning the basics of maintenance training, troubleshooting, because you talk a little about how the pilots are utilizing this space as well.
The pilots will be able to come down here and power on our machine as well, where we can see everything in the aircraft that you'll see on an operational machine. With our maintenance trainer, everything works with hydraulics, landing gear, and electrical power. It's really an operational aircraft for everybody, for all roles of the job to access.
That's fantastic. Hands-on maintenance training right here at this facility.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Joe.
You're welcome.
All right, Matthew, we're in a pretty phenomenal sim bay here at Leonardo Helicopters Training Academy. So we've got the 139, we have the 169 with the 609, and it's actually a roll-on, roll-off. So tell me a little bit about the process from getting the student pilot, like me, from ground school to flying the Level D sim here.
Well, as you say, you start off at ground school, you get your initial introduction to the aircraft and its systems. Then to build on that information, you'll move to a procedural trainer. That'll give you a chance to start to see how the systems integrate with each other. It's computer-based. From there, you'll move into a briefing room prior to a simulator session.
Wonderful. And so I'm really curious because there's obviously software upgrades to do. The avionics are constantly updating and evolving, right?
That's right. So as these change, Leonardo has the capability to upgrade the aircraft systems as it's computer-based. So that gives us protection for the future, and we can keep our systems as up to date as possible.
And as customers, when I look at these level D simulators and all the assets you have here, we're really concerned about optimizing the training and efficiency, maximizing safety. Our safety culture is so critical to what we do every day, but also we're reducing cost. We can't fight inclement weather. We're able to go to that simulator and reduce the bottom line, right?
As you mentioned, yeah, it covers many things. So, as you say, using these trainers in adverse weather conditions, systems malfunctions that you couldn't normally do in a real aircraft, these can be safely performed within the simulator, as well as the different types of weather and environments that the pilot may find themselves in. These can all be replicated in the simulator to give effective training.
Leonardo's actually done it very well. They've been able to diversify to other assets of training. So you have these other flight training devices here.
Yeah, flight training devices are similar to a full flight simulator. They don't have motion, but all the systems are there as you would see in the aircraft. So it's a great stepping stone to the flight level D simulator.
And we're going to go to the debriefing room. Could you talk about that?
Sure, it's a wonderful tool. It allows us to review the whole sortie session, and we can review the simulator's instrumentation, and we can look at the analysis of the students' inputs. And we can mark within this session points in which we want to discuss and go over in a very simple and easy format.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well.
It is time for a little rest, relaxation, and decompressions. Well, I don't know about all of you, but a full day of training makes me hungry. So while I get my sandwich and a drink to refuel, check out this great cafeteria here at Leonardo Helicopters Training Academy. As pilots, it's so important to stay fit and have that endurance to continue on. So move your body, change your mind. I'm gonna get up here and start my fitness. Oh, wow, they have a shop here. Check it out. I scanned the QR code. Let's get me some items. Well, this has been quite a training experience here at Leonardo Helicopters Training Academy. I have engulfed a lot of information, but a great time with all these fantastic people. I even had a chance to go do some shopping, so I'm gonna take my Leonardo branded items. But before going home, what I learned here today is that Philadelphia happens to have a lot of rich history in early manufacturing of rotorcraft. Who knew? So, I'll see you all later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Grazie mille. Arrivederci.